you need to understand the flow of PMP. You need to understand the flow of PMP. Now, what do I mean by flow of PMP? When you are solving the question answers, you need to understand how. Let's take the example of stakeholder. How you identify the stakeholder? Why, when you put the stakeholder register, what is the first thing you do? Like rank them, then prioritize them. Do you even need a change request? Then, once the stakeholder goes to planning, like what is the purpose of stakeholder engagement plan? What is the purpose of stakeholder engagement metrics, the tool that is in it? Once the plan is approved, who approved the plan? Once that is done, uh, uh, you implement the stakeholder register, stakeholder plan. When you go to monitoring and control, if a new stakeholder come or if the stakeholder engagement is not what you are expecting, right? You wanted the stakeholder to be sportive. He is kind of a resistant. So what do you need to do? You need to do a change request. You need to have a meeting with him. What you need to actually do, you need to know that. So that is called basically flow of PMP. Okay. For every single topic, you need to understand the flow of PMP. For that, I help you with the mind map. We make the mind map. We make multiple things in the programs so that you can understand the flow of PMP. What does flow of PMP means? How things passes through every single thing. What is the important thing? What is not the important thing? So those questions need to be answered. You need to know the flow of PMP. This is the first thing that you need to understand for every single topic. And I am making videos, even if you are not my student, I'm trying to help so that you can understand the flow of PMP for every single topic. And it's not very critical, very difficult. For every single topic, you need to ask just one question: what to do when this happened? What to do when this happened? Okay. So we go through that. You understand this thing. You understand the flow of PMP. The second thing is how to solve PMP question. That is the second thing question. Okay. How to solve how to solve PMP questions. That is the second question we need to answer. Now, no matter how much topic you understand, how much the things you know, if you don't know how to solve PMP question, you cannot pass the exam. I'm very blunt about this. If you don't know how to solve PMP question, you cannot pass the exam. And now this thing happens with the people, especially those having 15 years experience, 20 years experience. I really talked to them, and they said that PMP is easy for us. We are gonna do it, and it will not be challenging for us because we have been managing the project for long